The heavy clouds hung low over Seattle, Washington, the air thick with the smell of rain. The Johnson family had always lived in the city, close to the bustling markets and the endless traffic. But today was different. Today was the beginning of something bigger, stronger, and beyond anything they had ever faced together. The story begins with Michael Johnson, a 42-year-old father who worked tirelessly as a construction manager. Michael was known for his discipline, his towering presence, and the quiet strength he carried inside him. His wife, Laura Johnson, was equally remarkable. A high school teacher by profession, she carried a deep sense of compassion that drew people toward her. Together, they were raising two children, Emily, 16, and Daniel, 12. Life wasn't perfect, but it was steady, until the storm came. The storm that changed everything. One late October evening, as the family gathered for dinner, the wind outside began to howl. "It sounds like a train," Daniel whispered, peeking through the blinds. Within minutes, the rain crashed down harder, lightning tore through the sky, and the entire neighborhood plunged into darkness as the power failed. Michael's voice was calm yet firm. "Everyone stay away from the windows. Laura, grab the emergency kit. Emily, take your brother downstairs." But the storm wasn't ordinary. The wind grew stronger, bigger, more violent than anyone had expected. By midnight, a massive tree had fallen across their driveway, blocking any chance of leaving. The Johnsons were trapped inside, surrounded by the roar of nature's fury. Emily clutched Daniel's hand tightly. "Dad will fix this. He always does." But deep down, fear had taken root. A family tested. The storm raged for hours, and when the first light of dawn finally broke, the Johnsons stepped outside to see devastation everywhere. Homes were damaged, power lines down, and the neighborhood they once knew seemed unrecognizable. "It's bigger than anything the city has seen in decades," a neighbor muttered. Michael's jaw tightened. He knew this wasn't just about repairing homes. This was about survival. Food supplies were limited, communication was cut off, and panic began to ripple through the community. The Johnsons quickly became a beacon of hope. Michael used his construction skills to help clear roads and repair roofs. Laura organized neighbors, turning their living room into a small relief center. Emily and Daniel pitched in by helping distribute water and blankets. But challenges mounted. Looters prowled the darkened streets at night. Families grew desperate for medicine. And with every passing day, tension grew heavier. The turning point. One evening, as the Johnsons sat around a flickering lantern, Emily asked a question that silenced the room. "Dad, what if this storm is bigger than us? What if we can't fix it?" Michael looked at his daughter with a mixture of pride and sadness. He placed a hand on her shoulder. "Emily, storms will always be bigger, stronger, scarier than what we expect. But it's not about the size of the storm. It's about the strength we carry inside to face it." Those words became the turning point. The family decided they wouldn't just survive, they would lead. Michael rallied neighbors to form work crews. Laura turned her teaching skills into organizing lessons for children, so they wouldn't fall behind in school. Emily discovered her voice as a motivator, gathering teens her age to help with cleanup. And Daniel, though young, showed bravery by running errands and lifting spirits with his endless optimism. A community rebuilt. Weeks passed, and slowly, order began to return. The storm had been one of the most destructive in Washington's history, but the Johnsons and their neighbors had endured. What they built afterward wasn't just repaired homes. It was a stronger, united community. Michael stood in front of a crowd of neighbors at a community meeting. His voice carried conviction. This storm was bigger, stronger, and beyond anything we imagined. But we discovered something even bigger. Our courage, our unity, our faith in one another. That is what rebuilt this neighborhood, not bricks or wood. Tears welled in Laura's eyes as she looked at her family. Emily stood taller than ever. Daniel grinned with pride, and Michael's steady presence anchored them all. Lessons that last. Years later, Emily would go on to study environmental science, determined to help prepare communities for disasters. Daniel would become a firefighter, inspired by the courage he saw in those stormy days. And Michael and Laura would remain pillars of strength, their story passed down not just in their family, but across their neighborhood as a tale of resilience. The Johnson family learned that storms, no matter how destructive, can never defeat the spirit of a family bound by love. Final reflection. What the Johnsons endured was more than just a storm. It was a test of character, of unity, of resilience. And though the winds were stronger, the destruction bigger, and the challenges beyond anything they imagined, their love and courage proved greater still.